Get down. All right. All right. I got a sour taste in my mouth right now. Robert Whittaker just lost split decision main event to RDR. I did pick Robert Whittaker to put him away and KO him. Almost happened in the third round. And we could call it cope, but I really want to talk about it. There's only a sour taste in my mouth is because RDR won the fight. I know the thumbnail is RDR won the fight. It's just a sour taste in my mouth is because he was able to rest in moments. Where, when he actually did get on top, he was working. He wasn't stalling. He was working, looking for submissions. But he failed 13. And there was a lot of smudging against the fence. And he was able to rest in those moments. And then come back out, throw the jab, big knee again, and then clinch. And then kind of rest. And he just, that's IQ, I guess. But I feel like Robert Whittaker was the better fighter in the cage, but I felt like he was lacking in physical attributes. The fight immediately started. I'm like, holy crap, Robert Whittaker's small. If Robert Whittaker had a few more inches on his reach, his 1-1-2 would be money. RDR's knees to the body, absolute money, absolute gold. And I think that does play a factor into why Robert Whittaker looked so gassed. But I think he would have faded regardless because of the pace and the pressure RDR put on him, which was impressive. But, man, dude, it just leaves a sour taste in your mouth. He's like, oh, Whittaker defended another takedown. And then he breaks. He separates, and now he's at range, and he throws his jab in his right hand, and RDR just ducks his head and grabs a body lock. And then we're there for 40 seconds at a time, and it's like, damn, the fight's gone. The fight's over. You know what I mean? So, good win for RDR. I'm still not it was a good win. It's a good win. I'm still not sold. You could call it cope. I'm not sold. Robert Whittaker's throwing his jab, barely grazing because his reach is so little to where RDR could just lean, and the two is barely missing, and RDR's turning all the way to strikes. He's just turning away and put him against somebody more lengthy like an Nurmagomedov. I think Almabayev puts him away. I think RDR is there to be put away. Chin in the air, very hittable. Leans away from strikes. But at some point in that fight, you literally saw it. It was the second round. RDR flipped the switch and said, you know what? I felt this guy powerful around. It's nothing too crazy. I'm going to bite down the mouthpiece. I'm going to maraud. I'm going to come forward, take what he has, and I'm going to grab this guy. And that's what he did, and he won the fight. It just sucks. Feel bad for Robert Whittaker. It sucks. It freaking sucks. Shout out to RDR. You're calling for the winner of the title fight? Relax, buddy. Relax. Best I can do for your kid, you can fight Brendan Allen, or you can fight the winner. Brendan Allen's a good matchup for him. Or you can fight the loser of Kyle Barriault and Almabayev. It's the best I can do for your kid, because Almabayev, the title run is continuing. But, oh my goodness, bro. First round, Robert Whittaker's popping the jab, looking super fast. RDR looks very uncomfortable. Second round, like I said, RDR flips the switch. I'm getting my hands on this guy. I'm going to get this guy. And it works, right? 1-1 going into the third. RDR, same thing. Coming forward, gets a little overzealous. Big overhand right from Robert Whittaker. Drops him bad, hurts him bad. And I'm like, okay, finish the fight. Robert couldn't finish the fight. RDR's a tough bastard. A tough motherfucker. He's a dog. He is a dog. Gets his wit about him. I saw people giving him that third round. No. He was knocked down, almost finished. Sorry, top control does not win you back that round with the minimal striking on the... No. But then the fourth round comes around, and RDR, the knee's still landing. Big knee. Boom. Robert's clearly gassed, and it looked like he kind of took the fourth round off to come out hot in the fifth. Fifth round, he tried to come out hot. He immediately took the center. He's bouncing. Pop, 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 pop. But RDR, head off the center. Big knee. I don't know how you defend that. Robert Whittaker's length is so short to where he could try to time another overhand, but if he misses, that's just going to make the knee so much worse. So then he kind of braces for the knee, takes it. We're in on a body lock. Breaks. RDR marches across the cage. Big knee to the body again. Robert Whittaker has to brace for it. Man. He's a sour taste in my mouth because I know Robert Whittaker was the better fighter in there. I know he was. And you can say what you want. You can call it cope all you want. He was. Let's get to the co-main. I was at work for the beginning of this card. I only streamed the main card Petr Yan. I mean, what a masterclass. I mean, the boxing. The uppercuts to the body. The right hook in the clinch. Throwing his head off the center line. Pop, pop. I mean, this is exactly what we thought. Third round kind of smudges him a bit, you know. But, hey, that's exactly what we thought. Petr Yan. Title shot me. Title shot me. Does he beat Merab? Probably not. Because he's still stationary. And Merab's striking is improving. And Petr Yan doesn't really have the one-hitter quitter. Even though he fucking cracks. Was cracking Marcus McGhee all around. But title shot me. Title shot me. Marcus McGhee. I said that he would look like he belongs at the top of the division, but wouldn't look like he belonged in there with Petr Yan. And after reassessing, I'm not sure if he belongs in the top of the division. I'm not really sure. Like him versus Mario Batista, I don't know if he beats Mario Batista. You get what I'm saying? Him versus Ayman Zahabi, I don't know. That's what I gotta say about Petr Yan. Title shot me. A fight that started slow, in my opinion, and only not slow, because they were active throughout the whole fight. It's just Shara's style can get a bit, I'm not gonna say boring because he's active, he's moving, he's striking, but it's me personally. It's just me personally. Like, it's not aesthetically pleasing just to see him bouncing around, low kick, bouncing around, side kick, bouncing around, teep, bouncing. Question mark kick upstairs that gets blocked. Eats a right hand, now we're in on a takedown and repeat, you know. When Shara starts going forward and letting his hands go, that's when it gets more interesting. But in the second round, it picked up big. Marc-Andre shatters Shara's nose. Shatters it. Puts it on the other side of his face. Gives him the JDM nose. And I'm like, oh my God, we're going to get upset. Shara rallies back at the end of that round. Hurts Marc-Andre Barriault. It's like, oh my God. What a fight. Third round, even more. Shout out to Shara. Got it done. I mean, it's kind of expected. Shara's the type of guy to where I don't think he's beating anybody high level in the middleweight division. But here against the guys who are barely outside of the rankings, or the slightly older guys, or the guys who, you know what I'm trying to say. The Armin Petrosians. Not the Armin Petrosians. Yeah, Armin Petrosians. You know? The Marc-Andre Barriaults. The Miha Oleziejczuk's. You know what I mean? But hey, enjoy him while you can, because you can only see him on that side of the world anyway, because it's crazy how they let him fight with one eye. That's fucking ridiculous. Almabayev puts on a clinic. He did. He put on a clinic. I picked Almabayev. I picked him. This is correct? I picked Almabayev, but I was rooting for Jose Ochoa. Shoot by his brother. He put on a clinic. He put on a wrestling clinic. He was trying to go for submissions. Jose Ochoa stayed safe, threw up his own. So it might look a little bit boring, especially to say that he took him down 7 times, only had 55 total strikes, 22 significant strikes. But Asu really just put on a clinic. Took his back at times, was really trying to find a rear naked choke, couldn't get it. Jumped his back once. Like, you could tell he was searching for the finish. It just never came. So at least he was trying to search for the finish. So I'm not gonna doubt him for that. Jose Ochoa, that sucks. I mean, I didn't expect him to win. I'm a little taken back, though, because it's like Asu is not... He's high level, but he's not upper echelon flyweight, you know? He's not upper echelon. So that sucks. Every time Jose... I mean, he kind of took away the speed and the movement from Jose early in the first round. Then ever since then, every time Jose would try to plant in on a takedown, or Asu would throw overhand right into a takedown, or a fed takedown overhand right. Asu fought a good fight. He really put on a clinic. 30-27. It is what it is. I told you so. Told you so. Rushing across distance with his chin in the air. He's gonna get caught. He's gonna get put away. It's not really much to break down. It's really not much to break down. Bogdan's on the back foot, just waiting to counter like he always does. Nikita doesn't even get a takedown shot off. And Bogdan fucking clips him, puts him down, puts him away. It's not really much to break down here. I mean, this is exactly what I thought would happen. Exactly. To the T. I need to check topology to see how I went on picks. I went 6-12. Did really good on the main card. First round TKO. Decision. Yikes. Round 3 was close, though. So prelims, I did horrible. I think they said at one point five dogs on the prelims won. Yeah, Bryce Mitchell. Shout out to Bryce Mitchell, brother. That knee in the first round looked crazy. It looked like, uh-oh. But Bryce bit down on the mouthpiece. Showed that he had his big bowl of grits. I was impressed by Saeed's scrambling skills, honestly. I didn't think Bryce would have that much of a hard time once he got his hands locked and was trying to wrestle. But Bryce won on top control. Secures 8 downs, top control. Let's talk about this guy. I told y'all, bro, be safe, be careful. We don't know nothing about him. We saw him debut on steroids. Okay. We saw him in the second fight off the roids. We didn't see how his cardio looked. We didn't see how his chin looked. We didn't see how anything looked. Because he just... I'm a bigger dog than you. I got more heart than you. With Alex Morono. And he just walked him down. Chin in the air, winging hooks until Alex Morono quit. And I'm like, Muslim Savikov, it's a step up. He's old, man, but it's a step up. Muslim can move around. Muslim can pick his shots. Muslim can probably frustrate Carlos. Carlos comes in, chin in the air, gets clipped with the right hand. Walk off. Crazy. Davy Grant. All right. Shout out to Dangerous Davy Grant. Damon Blackshear. See, I knew Damon would fade in this fight. I thought it would be a split decision. Either way. Clear 29-28 to 29-28 though. But I thought the takedowns would be the difference. In the first round, it looked like that was going to be the case. Right? And then he couldn't secure another takedown for the second or third round. And he gets outboxed. Davy Grant did what Davy Grant does. And he beat another one. He beat another good prospect. He beat another one. Davy Grant might be a big what if in the bantamweight division. Tabitha Ricci finds a finish. Beautiful. She was trying to box in the clinch. Wasn't really making nothing happen in the first round. The ref kept breaking him up. Coach says, when you're in the clinch, throw your elbow. She throws one elbow. Amanda Ribas has a bad reaction. She winces. Hits her on the temple. I'm like, oh shit, throw another one. She throws another one, hits Amanda Ribas right in the eye. She goes down. TKO. Huge bounce back win for Tabitha Ricci. The fall off for Amanda Ribas has to be studied. 125, 115. It really don't look like it mattered. And you know she's a good fighter. But she's losing. She's getting finished. This isn't a good look. Tabitha Ricci's boxing look improved though. I mean, it was still shadow boxing at range, but she was a little closer. She was a little bit more in range, landing a few more. You know what I mean? The volume's always going to be there though. You know, the pressure was always going to be there. She had to fight that way. I want to say she had more speed too. She had to fight that way. She's a shorter fighter. Height and reach. So she had to get in the pocket, make it nasty. She finds the finish. I'm impressed. Staring contest right here. I picked Billy though, but staring contest right here. Apparently, Ibo Aslan had staff during his training camp. I didn't know that. Apparently, he went to Dagestan. They said he went to Dagestan for this training camp to train his wrestling. I didn't know that. But it was a big staring contest, and Billy just outpointed him. Kicks at range. Third round was probably the busiest round for both fighters. Billy outboxed him. I mean, I'm saying he outboxed him. He landed like 12 strikes to Ibo's 8. But, you know, his jab was on point. At one point at the end, the right hand. It's not a lot of moments, man. There was a lot of staring, a lot of walking around. The crowd was booing the entire fight. The entire fight. Garbage. This shit was crazy right here. I had the over 1.5 here. And boy, when I tell you, Steve dropped Yaya 4 times in the first round. 4 times in the first round. Twice in the second, something like that. Closed his eye completely. Was fucking gross. I was eating after work before I came back here to start getting ready for my stream. And I almost threw my food up when they showed a close-up of his eye. It was fucking gross. Yaya sucks, though. I mean, he had a bowl of grits this morning, though. You could tell he was biting down, getting up. Hurt Steve at one point, but I don't know how good Win is. I don't. Yaya sucks. I don't know how good Steven Win is. I don't. I know how good Yaya is. He's fucking horrible. Terrible. I didn't watch this fight at all. I was at work. I didn't watch this fight at all. 29-28. I'm not rewatching it. I'm not. 6-12 on picks. Fucking horrible. Did okay on the main card. Went 1, 2, 3, 4-1 on the main card. And yeah. prelims kicked my ass. Probably kicked a lot of people's ass as well. The UFC has been very, very unpredictable as of late. Very volatile sport. The hardest sport to predict. I really believe that. I mean, come on. It's crazy. Like how Scott said this to somebody I know they enjoy. It's like, you did. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here, man. Yeah. Sour taste in my mouth behind Robert Whittaker, y'all. Sour.